It's time for the Rob Ash Show, featuring Drake University football, with your host Mark Meisenheimer. The Rob Ash Show is sponsored by Des Moines Mitsubishi, Quality Inn and Suites Event Center, and Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
Thank you for tuning in to the Rob Ash Show. Drake football coach Rob Ash. I'm Mark Meisenheimer. Oh my, coach. Boy, you beat Dayton 13-6 this week. This has got to be one of the biggest victories. I mean, not just your career here at Drake, in your life. This is something that's going to stay with you for forever.
Well, Mark, it is. It's a great win for the program. I'm really happy for our guys, in particular our seniors, the 3 fifth-year seniors, Curtis Martindale and Brant Perriott and Adam Lackey and all the other seniors, the guys that had not beaten Dayton in their time here at Drake and didn't have a championship ring, and they have one now. And for the coaching staff and myself, I mean, anytime you can beat Dayton, we've only done it 3 times, but every time it's been for a championship, and this one ranks up with all the other ones we've had, those other ones just as good, maybe even better, because I don't think anybody expected this from us this year.
So you win the PFL North, you will play Moorhead State, but you have 2 games before that, so this is kind of a tough situation. You want momentum going into the championship game, but you don't want to have to deal with injuries.
Well, we have to play the games to win, Mark, because we need time to heal up a little bit. It was a physical game at Dayton. We have some guys banged up, but we have to keep our momentum, and we're going to play those 2 games to win, and we're going to think about Moorhead, in terms of just the travel plans and that, but we won't think about the football game until it comes that time for that week.
We have another matter at hand, and that's
look at
checking out these highlights.
It's a great game to watch.
We will see the highlights in just a moment of Drake's 13-6 victory over Dayton. So stay tuned.
Des Moines Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Des Moines Mitsubishi is now in our new, bigger location at 90th and Hickman.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
With more room, more selection, and more great deals.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Like your choice of late model Eclipses.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Now is the time to buy.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Now at 90th and Hickman in Clive.
Exceeding expectations, experience, exhilaration. Des Moines Mitsubishi.
Informal elegance, an eclectic but appealing menu, impeccable service, and West Des Moines' only non-smoking lounge. Where else? CK's Steakhouse in the West Des Moines Marriott at 1250 74th Street, West Des Moines.
The grower is connected to the trucker. The trucker is connected to the florist. The florist is connected to the bride's dad.
And soon, 2 families will connect for better or worse. When staying connected matters, count on your hometown wireless communication experts at Electronic Engineering. Electronic Engineering, connections you can count on.
We go, steal, down the middle, 101. Did you see what I see? Because I saw a robbery. Hey, man, does anybody want a Coke? Yeah, we get up, man. Hey, you crazy, man? That's Corinthian leather. And use the footstool to get to the refrigerator. I'm running all over y'all like a treadmill. Oh, ball. I am the greatest. I'm the greatest. Can't stop it. It's bad hot. I'm telling you. I'm just super nice in it, That's all. When you nice right
That's like a dish towel. Welcome back to the Rob Ash Show. Coach, the wind affected your traveling home, and it affected you guys in the game, too.
It was a brutal wind, Mark. I think it's the biggest wind that I've ever had to coach a game in. Gusts, 30-mile-an-hour winds and gusts that were much stronger than that. And so it was a very difficult decision about the coin toss. So the wind was blowing extremely hard out of the south. So going one direction, you had a huge advantage, and going into the wind was a very big disadvantage. And in that case, on the coin toss, what you really hope is to win the coin toss and be able to defer to the second half. But Dayton won and deferred, and we made an interesting decision. We took the wind and gave Dayton the ball at the beginning of the game. We felt that the wind in the first quarter was going to help us get off to a good start.
All right, let's take a look at those highlights. Drake against Dayton.
There's our Marriott that we stayed in right across the river from the stadium. This is the public stadium in Dayton, Ohio, the Dayton Public Schools, where Dayton has played their games forever. The wind is blowing from right to left. We had to hold the ball to keep it from blowing off the tee. and Ryan Horvath just easily, bombs it out of the end zone. So Dayton's working into the wind. Now, we almost got fooled here on our decision because Dayton came out and worked pretty well into the wind. We needed to get the ball back, to take advantage of our decision to give them the ball at the beginning of the game. But they had a couple good plays, got out across midfield actually, and then our defense stepped up. Tried to run the option there, and Eric Papp makes a great tackle on the quarterback. Then they try to pass, and we're going to get a sack here on the blitz by Brian Conway coming in on the zone blitz. So that put Dayton in 3rd and long. They go back and they try to throw the ball out here to number 1, and Jace Dennison does a great job breaking that pass up. We put Jace on Robleski, number 1, all day. It was a great battle between those two really good players. And so Dayton punted us down, and we had to start way deep in our territory. We did have the wind. We threw on 1st down, and Shea Maroney catches it. And then this play right here really got us off to a great start in the game. Just a power play to Scott Fadevong. He's going to find a little seam, break through. We lost him for a second. There he comes again. You can see Dayton has some good speed in their secondary. They were able to cut him off, but that was like a 40-yard run that put us in good field position. Then on 3rd down, Connor finds Shea Maroney over here for almost enough for the 1st down. We ended up in 4th and about a foot or so on the 30-yard line. Going with the wind, we could have kicked a field goal here, but we decided to play aggressively like we have all year. We went for it on 4th down. Of course, our power play, our signature play. Mike Bialis behind the blocks up front. What a good...
Got that and then some.
And then some. Almost busted it for a touchdown. And now things are going well, and this is one of only 2 real mistakes we made on offense all day. James Mickley coming across the back got held up by one of the Dayton defenders, and the ball was picked off. So we got no points out of the drive. Very, very discouraging end to a very good drive at the beginning of the game. Defense, though, you'll see some unbelievable stops here as we go through the game. Ryan Freese coming up and making a good tackle on the running back. Here's great option defense. Watch Eric Papp string this out down the line. He goes to the pitch. Now, unfortunately, Eric pulled a muscle on that play and did not play again in the game. But we did get him stopped, got the ball back, and then Connor finds JJ here for a good completion up to midfield. That got us going again down to the 40. Here's a very big play. This is 3rd down. We fake, run an option, see JJ on the pitch. That stalls out the alley player, and Connor's be able to get about 20 yards. That was a play that surprised Dayton. And then we ran our power play, and Scotty finds a good seam and gets up inside at the 10. Here's a 3rd down play, 3rd and 4. We ran option. Dayton hadn't seen option in that formation. Huge play for us again to keep the drive alive. And then we pounded on in behind our big guys and scored the touchdown. Dayton leads the nation in red zone defense, Mark, and so for us to get a touchdown on that second drive was huge. And we used just our base plays on 1st and 2nd down and had some option plays on 3rd down that they hadn't seen before, and that helped us keep that drive alive. Our defense comes out now. Dayton's still working against the wind. They can't throw the ball much into that wind, and so they tried to run and we stopped them. Now, right away here in the 2nd quarter, they have the wind. They try to air it out. Jace Dennison in very good coverage back there, and Dayton was unable to move. But we couldn't go against the wind very much, and I thought Ryan Horvath had a great day. Here's a punt that almost became our ball. Punting into the wind, that would have been huge. It was a great punt by Horvath into the wind, fumbled, but they recovered. They did run the option here. Jimmy Adams, number 37, hustling to make a tackle. Jimmy came in for Eric Papp and played a great game. Watch here, he sidesteps a blocker and makes a nice tackle. Jimmy ended up being our leading tackler in the game after coming in off the bench. Here's a good play for our offense going into the wind, a nice short crossing route to Brian Belleville. Brian gets a 1st down and gets us moving up. And here's a nice 3rd down and short. Mike Bialis making people miss, getting across the 50-yard line. Any yardage you could gain into the wind was precious because it changed field position and because it was hard to punt into that wind. Here's Scotty Fadevong just finding a little crease and getting on down. Great drive into the wind, huge drive for us. Here's a 3rd down play, a little screen to Scott Fadevong. He gets the 1st down, takes us down to the 20. This is taking precious time off the clock for Dayton's offense when they have the wind. Quarterback draw on 3rd down, another call that Dayton was not used to. We got down inside the 10. They made some good plays. We couldn't throw the ball into that wind, and Tyler McGlade, watch this kick, goes through the uprights, almost comes back. You see the ball land there?
Knuckleball.
It was crazy. The wind was so strong that we were worried about having enough leg, on a 30-yard kick, but McGlade kicked it into the wind. Great drive and points for us. Now Dayton working with the wind, going the other way now, having some success a little bit early, but then defense is going to come up here with a pretty good tackle by Adams again on the ISO. Option again, look at this defense. Jimmy Adams out there on the pitch. Everybody has their assignment. Dive, quarterback, pitch. That's how you stop the option. Now they go play action pass. And we get excellent pressure right there and sack. Defensive front four played a great game. That was Chris Daniels on the sack, doing a great job at that nose guard position, number 57. Now Dayton drops back again. Good pressure by the front four. They throw the ball over the middle. And then they find Ryan Robleski, their good receiver. He gets them down inside the 10. Now there's just a few seconds left in the first half. We've got to keep them out of the end zone. It would have been very discouraging for them to get a touchdown and go to 10-7, right before halftime. So they stop the option. Now we throw the ball back here on the fade pattern once again. Jace against Robleski. We hold them to the field goal try, and with the wind, it was an easy conversion. So Dayton did score in the last few seconds of the first half to make it 10-3.
That is amazing, almost watching those highlights and the difference that the wind does make. And just watching, you can see it's almost like when you have the wind at your back, you're going downhill.
It's exactly how it feels, Mark. It feels like you're downhill, uphill, and anything you could gain into the wind was priceless. And I thought our kickers did a great job with the conditions. You'll see in the second half, Ryan Horvath, a couple of key punts into the wind, and that really made a difference for us in the game.
All right, we'll have those highlights in just a moment, but first, here are some friends of Drake football.
Putnam Gourmet Steaks is pleased to offer you a healthier alternative in steak. These steaks are hand-cut from 100% USDA choice all-natural beef. The cattle are corn-fed 320 to 365 days with no growth hormones, subtherapeutic antibiotics, or steroids. Putnam Gourmet Steaks are the perfect healthy gift. Rob Ash and the Drake University football staff have enjoyed these steaks, and the coaches agree they're incredibly tender and flavorful. Be sure to visit our website at www.putnamsteaks.com.
Welcome back. Now, Dayton deferred in the first half, and you guys chose the win, so they get the choice in the second half, so this could be an interesting decision for them.
Well, down 10-3, Dayton does have a tough choice here. If they choose the ball, they're going to have to operate against the wind the whole third quarter, which would make it tougher to catch up with us. If they take the wind, however, then we're going to have the footballer first, and I don't think they wanted us to start out with the ball because we'd worked well against the wind earlier in the first half. So Dayton ended up taking the ball. We were able to take the wind and hopefully get an advantage and continue our advantage in the third quarter.
All right, highlights second half, Drake at Dayton.
Okay, here we go. The wind again blowing from right to left. Dayton took the ball. We kicked off. Ryan didn't get quite as much of this, but it did go deep and bounced into the end zone. That's what we wanted. So Dayton starts on the 20-yard line operating into the wind. They needed to get going right away here in the second half, but our guys came out of the locker room in great shape. I think we were pretty inspired by being ahead. We stopped them. They punted into the wind. We got the ball in pretty good position. Scott Fadevong with a really good run there, getting the ball up to the 45. And now Connor, with plenty of time to throw, finds Travis Hardgraves. Again, our offense, Mark, using lots of different people, and that helped. Then a nice throw here to Jason Jones. He almost gets away here for the touchdown, taking us down to the red zone. Very nice job here, again, with our power play. Mike Bialis running the football down almost to the 10. Again, difficult to score against Dayton's good red zone defense, but we did put points on the board. So working with the wind. Early in the third quarter, we extended our lead to 10 points. Now, 2-score advantage. 2 possessions at least are going to be needed by Dayton to catch us. Defense plays a dominating second half. Great job stopping the fullback, the option, no place to go. We're starting to win all across the line of scrimmage. They punted it to us. We had to punt it back, and look at this bomb. We were punting from about our own 30. And
Forget about it.
It's gone. Another 65 or 70-yard punt.
Still going. He had another 40 yards.
Yeah, it's still rolling back there on the artificial turf. So Dayton starts deep in their own territory. No place for the quarterback to go on the running game. They try to throw here into the wind, and it's not open. Our guys do a great job. Brian Conway again there, 33, when the quarterback tried to scramble. So we're operating a pretty good field position here. And then on this is the last play that we had with the wind. We tried to throw the ball. This is our second mistake of the game, almost a huge mistake. Connor Justice throws the interception, but redeems himself a little bit by at least getting over there and making the tackle. I guess it was the next to last play of the quarter. So Dayton gets the ball now. That's just a terrible mistake and gives them an opportunity here. They try a reverse, and watch Sean Rogers, number 2.
He stayed home.
He stayed home. They worked on that all week to defend that. A great job by the defense to keep Dayton out of the end zone, hold them to a field goal. So as the fourth quarter begins, they get the field goal, and it's back to a 7-point game. So we dodged a bullet in a little bit of respect because we didn't end up giving up the touchdown. Horvath there gets a punt off against a good rush, at least gets Dayton back to midfield. But you can see most of the game was played here in the north end zone because the wind was blowing from right to left. The option still was difficult for Dayton to execute. Here's a throw on third down with good pressure. Jimmy Adams was in good position, so Dayton had to punt the ball to us. And then again, into the wind. Watch this punt by Horvath. This is really good. And this is a 45-yard punt with no return. Jace Dennison covering the punt. Unbelievable, to get him down, clear back to the 30, working into the wind like that. Option again, Nick Ross, 45, linebacker, played a great game. The defensive line was in position. Here's the toss option. Again, Jimmy Adams, Sean Rogers, the guys just playing super. And then Dayton makes a mistake here. They had a chance to punt us deep. The snap was bad. I think the snap may have gotten blown to the right by the wind. The punter tried to punt. It was a minus 15-yard punt. So it was a great opportunity for us now to have field position. We have to run the football in this position now. We're going into the wind. We get out here. This is a fourth down play, 4th and inches with about 2 minutes left in the game. Look at our fans over there. We had a great crowd there at Dayton. Everybody knows the significance of this. Dayton had to use all 3 of their timeouts right after we got that first down. So with a minute left and no timeouts, they have 80 yards to go, and all of a sudden they produced some offense that they had not produced all day long. They threw a completion over the middle, and then they had a flood pattern and drifted a guy in behind. All of a sudden they're in the red zone. Now there's maybe a minute left, 45 seconds left in the game, 30 seconds left in the game, completion to the 2-yard line. First down. They killed the ball with the snap. Second down, they hand off to the fullback, and he almost twists away, but we got him tackled. Third down. They throw a fade pattern out here. It's incomplete. And then on fourth down, there's 4 seconds left in the game. This play for the championship, actually the ball was fumbled. There's a big pile. Jimmy Adams is going to get the football. We get it back, and you'll see the referee coming in on the right at the 3-yard line pointing down. Dayton couldn't have recovered that ball in the end zone for a touchdown anyway. So there it is, Mark, the championship. Our guys coming off the sidelines. Great moment, thrilling finish. Let me tell you, my hands are sweating again right here watching it, even though I know we won the game. But Dayton, give them credit for coming back, finding some offense at the end, but give our defense even more credit for getting them stopped.
Can you just talk a little bit about that, just that feeling on the sideline, the elation that you must have just had? I mean, this is a life moment for you right here.
It really is. For me and for all the guys in our program, this is a moment that we'll remember for the rest of our lives. You work, the whole year. You work in January lifting weights and come into 6:30 in the morning running programs, and you say we're working for a championship. And that's it all summer long in the program, 2-a-days. The whole season, the preliminary games. And when it actually happens and you win the game and you know it's over and nothing can change it, they can't come back, it's over.
Vindication for all that
hard work. It's a spectacular feeling, and it's anxiety producing and nerve wracking and a lot of hours to coach, but that's why you do it. It's for moments like this one that we just got to experience.
All right, let's take a look at the statistics from your 13-6 victory over Dayton.
Well, I don't really care, Mark.
Who cares?
That's right. We won. The score is all it is. I mean, one good statistic is the rushing yards. It's almost 200 yards rushing against the top rushing defense in the country. We only had 4 penalties. We did have the 2 pass interceptions, but overall, great game. And defensively, let me tell you, holding Dayton to 268 yards, that's by far the lowest total they've had all season long.
All right. We're going to have player interviews, play of the week. That's all still to come on the Rob Ash Show, so stay with us, folks.
There's only one place to stay in Des Moines, the fully renovated Quality Inn and Suites Event Center, with rooms that have a beautiful view, an indoor pool with an outdoor feel, and an elegant ballroom for all occasions. The Governor's Lodge is a great place to relax. There are conference rooms to accommodate your business meetings, then unwind in a room with a whirlpool. Plan your next event at the Quality Inn and Suites Event Center, downtown Des Moines.
Is your hard-earned money going down the drain every month when you pay rent? The Oaks Development Company has beautiful townhomes available for about the same amount you're paying in rent. They can offer no closing costs or origination fees. All major appliances are included. And at Frisbee Park and the Meadowland in Des Moines, you'll benefit from the tax abatement program for 5 years. So stop throwing your hard-earned money away and contact the Oaks Development Company today.
Polly Eyes Pizza, the real thing.
There's a big difference between the big chains and my independent pizzerias, and you can taste the difference right here at Polly Eyes Pizza. We've been serving our family recipe to Iowa families since 1957. Authentic, crisp crust, custom blended mozzarella cheese, preservative-free sausage, and fresh vegetables. So come try my pizza, Polly Eyes Pizza.
Polly Eyes Pizza, the real thing.
Des Moines Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Des Moines Mitsubishi is now in our new bigger location at 90th and Hickman.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
With more room, more selection, and more great deals.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Like your choice of late model Eclipses.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Now is the time to buy.
Mitsubishi has moved to Hickman.
Now at 90th and Hickman in Clive.
Exceeding expectations, experience, exhilaration. Des Moines Mitsubishi.
Welcome back. It's now time for the Des Moines Mitsubishi Play of the Week, and we couldn't just pick one play. We had to pick a bunch of plays. It's the defense's final stand against Dayton. Here's Coach Rob Ash to show off that great final stand.
This week's Play of the Week is actually 3 plays. The last 3 plays of the game, about 30 seconds left in the game. Dayton's on the 2-yard line. It's a great goal line stand that wins the game for us. Gotcha. Here's the first one of these 3 plays. It's second down. They had killed the clock on first down. So on second down, they're going to run the football, and the quarterback's going to hand the ball off here to the fullback. We do a pretty good job initially. This is a scary play, though. The linebackers do a great job. They hit the fullback there, but watch, he's going to spin off right here, and he's going to dive towards the end zone, and Curtis Martindale comes up and smacks him. So he's down. They have to get up quickly, and they're going to throw a fade pattern up to the top of the screen here. Jay Stennison against Ryan Robleski. That was a great battle all day. They're both pushing each other. The officials go with an excellent call here, a no call at the end of the game. So that sets up 4th down, and they come back after the incomplete pass, and they're going to try an isolation play here, handing off. And you'll watch on the handoff, the ball comes out and bounces and goes down towards the goal line. And in that pile, Jimmy Adams, number 37, dives in, comes up with the football. You'll see this official right here going down. It's pretty clear. I guess Jimmy had a good handle on the ball. He signals that it's Drake's football, and we win the game. And then the eruption, because there was only 4 seconds on the clock when that play started, and you could see our guys are going to come off the sideline here. And everybody is going crazy, celebrating, because this game, of course, wrapped up the championship. A great moment in Drake football history.
And a great moment for everybody on the team, of course, but especially for the seniors. A lot of these guys hadn't beaten Dayton yet in their career, so a big win in that way. What a great way for the seniors to go out. So we're going to focus on a senior. He's a wide receiver, Jason Jones.
Game plan was, we knew offensively with all this wind that throwing the ball was going to be pretty tough. So we challenged our guys up front to come out here and make the blocks. So we actually came out running the ball, play action, bootlegs, to try to get the pass off. But, it was a total team effort. We stalled, first drive through interception, but nobody got down because we knew how easy it was to move the ball. And we just we believed in each other, we believed in the defense. They held them all day long, and we just came out with a victory. It's step 5. We got 2 more games until then, and we're going to put a lot of focus to. But we're there. We made it. November 20th, Morehead State, Kentucky. I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world right now. 4 years, man. Never beat them. We got 50-year seniors on here who've never beat them. I mean, it was their senior day. They're the big red machine. They had the reservations for Moorhead already, and we came in here and we used that, and we used it to our advantage to come out here and play within ourselves and play above ourselves. I mean, there's nothing this team can't do because we are a team, and there's no one above anyone on this team. A challenge this week and told this is going to be the biggest game you've ever played in your life. No matter how many state championships you won in high school, no matter what you did, this was going to be the best game that any of us have ever played and the biggest. And guys came out here, this was a total team effort. I mean, I can't say enough. Tyler McGlade kicked the field goal into a 30-mile-an-hour wind. I mean, everything, the defense picked us up in the second half when we were struggling, and it took 60 minutes, literally. And the guys stepped up, made the big play at the end, and recovered the fumble. It's the biggest day of my life on any level of any sport I've ever played in my life. I can't say anything. I mean, I just don't know what to say right now, man.
Here we go, steal, down the middle, 1-on-1, bang! Did you see what I see? Because I saw a robbery. Hey, man, does anybody want a Coke? Yeah, we get up, man. Hey, you crazy, man? That's Corinthian leather. And use the footstool to get to the refrigerator. You think I'm running all over y'all like a treadmill? Oh, I am the greatest! I'm the greatest. Can't stop it. It's bad hot. I'm telling you, I'm just super nice in it, you know? That's all. When you nice right
That's like a dish towel. You never know when you might come across that winning Iowa lottery ticket.
I found mine in a box of Christmas decorations.
I tore my whole house apart looking for mine.
I found out my ticket was a winner when I stopped at the store for breakfast.
You won't believe how much you can win from the Iowa lottery.
$50,000.
$100,000.
$1.3 million.
Yep, people everywhere are winning big. How about you?
Woohoo!
There's only one place to stay in Des Moines, the fully renovated Quality Inn and Suites Event Center, with rooms that have a beautiful view, an indoor pool with an outdoor feel, and an elegant ballroom for all occasions. The Governor's Lodge is a great place to relax. There are conference rooms to accommodate your business meetings, then unwind in a room with a whirlpool. Plan your next event at the Quality Inn and Suites Event Center, downtown Des Moines.
At Regency Homes, it's about building smarter. It's about building healthier, environmentally friendly homes. It's about building homes that are safe, secure, and energy efficient. It's about smarter financing. Regency. Building smarter. When you add it up, it's about getting a lot more home for your money. It's about building the new American dream. Regency Homes. Contact your real estate professional.
Welcome back to the Rob Ash Show. Coach, not a lot of time left, so let's go right to the standings and take a look at what you must love to see. Drake on top of everybody.
It's fantastic, Mark. 4-0, top of the league. We've completed our run, beat everybody. We're champions of the North. I mean, it's been a long time, 1998, since we did that. And this team reminds me of the 98 team because they bought into the team concept. You know, JJ said it best in his interview. It's not about one player or two or great players or the offense or the defense. It's a team, and they did it as a team.
All right, and you're going to get to talk a little bit more about that team concept on Tuesday night for your radio show, 7 o'clock at Autographs. You can listen to it on KRNT. That's 1350 AM. Another note, you guys play, of course, Upper Iowa this week, 1 o'clock, Drake Stadium. Just 2 games left before that big championship.
It's going to be nice to be back home again, you know, play Upper Iowa at home. Actually, the kickoff now that we're on daylight savings time is going to be 12 noon.
All right.
So let's make that correction. 12 noon against Upper Iowa. Then Waldorf the following week at 12 noon, and then on November 20th at Moorhead State. 3 big games left in a great season.
All right, Coach. That's all the time we have for Coach Rob Ash. I'm Mark Meisenheimer. Thanks for tuning in.
I should have told you that before. That's my fault.
That's all right.
Well, all week, man, all week we challenged each other. I came in with the team to a challenge this week and told them this is going to be the biggest game you've ever played in your life. No matter how many state championships you won in high school, no matter what you did, this was going to be the best game that any of us have ever played and the biggest. And guys came out here, this was a total team effort. I mean, I can't say enough. Tyler McGlade kicked the field goal into a 30-mile-an-hour wind. I mean, everything, the defense picked us up in the second half and we were struggling. And it took 60 minutes, literally. And the guys stepped up and made the big play at the end and recovered the fumble. This is the biggest day of my life on any level of any sport I've ever played in my life. I can't say anything. I mean, I just don't know what to say right now, man. 4 years, man. Never beat them. We got 50-year seniors on here who've never beat them. I mean, it was their senior day. They're the big red machine. They had the reservations for Moorhead already. And we came in here and we used that. And we used it to our advantage to come out here and play within ourselves and play above ourselves. I mean, there's nothing this team can't do because we are a team and there's no one above anyone on this team. What the game plan was, I mean, we knew offensively with all this wind that throwing the ball was going to be pretty tough. So we challenged our guys up front to come out here and make the blocks. So we actually came out running the ball, play action, bootlegs, to try to get the pass off. But, I mean, it was a total team effort. We stalled, first drive through interception, but nobody got down because we knew how easy it was to move the ball. And we just we believed in each other, we believed in the defense. They held them all day long, and we just came out with a victory. It's step 5. I mean, we got 2 more games until then, and we're going to put a lot of focus to, but we're there. I mean, we made it. November 20th, Moorhead State, Kentucky. I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world right now. No, man, God bless everybody, man. I'm just glad we did it.